In the following evidence, we will make an oral presentation in video format on aspects that, for your work activity, can evolve according to the use of new technologies and tools. According to the above, today we will talk about the evolution of the Internet until today and the future it has. Evolution of the Internet. The Internet is the layered network of computer networks that communicate with each other. Its beginnings date back to shortly after World War II in the 12th century, and its advancement is due to scientific research. As such, there is no single inventor of the Internet but many scientists involved in the development of the different tools and processes that make communication between computers possible. The Internet began as a private network of academic research in the United States, then became a public network and is now a worldwide network for the creation and exchange of information. The pre-internet base. During the Cold War, within the US and the Soviet Union, the need arose to design a military communication system that could remain active in the event of an attack. RAT Corporation represents Paul Baran came up with the idea of an information distribution system he called packet switching. This consisted of a network where the points or nodes were interconnected and each node shared the same capabilities to direct data to each other. The first computer network, ARPANET. ARPANET at the one point to share research material among the different participating institutions. For this purpose, in 1967, Inte hired a consulting firm linked to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to build a network for the example of research. ARPANET computer networks was born out of this meeting in 1972. These first networks consisted of 50 nodes located at the University of California, the University of Santa Barbara, Stanford University, Utah University, and City. The connection ways might through packet switching technology to exchange resource send files and software, as well as exchange emails among research. Development of networks based on TCP/IP. Other research centers showed interest in existing network connections at the end of 1973. To this, IT institutions had to be standardized to that other computer network could be connected. These institutions or protocols are the Transitions Control Protocol or TCP and the Internet Protocol or AP, which were created by Robert E. Kahn and Winton G. Cerf between 1973 and 1974. TCP/IP became the network of the networks from of data transmission with AP1 architecture network approach. The advance lies in the possibility of grow and the freedom to own the Internet. From military research to civilian network, the ARPANET was an exclusive network for research at universities and research institutes funded by the ARPA agency. February 28 and 1919 marked the end of military involvement with the design of the armament. On the other hand, ARPA encouraged computer manufacturers to install TCP/IP software on their machines. By 1919, TCP/IP was available for most computer outlets in the US market. In the early 1908, the US National Science Foundation (NSF) funded the creation of the Computer Science Network (CSNET). To use this network, institutions had to pay an annual subscription. The Internet began to run in 1985, 3 every 2000. Computers Connect off in October. In 1994, commercial internet service was taken over by Internet Service Providers (ESPs). ESPs would operate its own network, allowing customers to connect while forming links with other ESPs. The commercial explosion of the Internet. The initial explosive success of the Internet was due on the one hand to the emergence of personal computers and on the other to the invasion of the World Wide Web (WWW), or simply the web. The WWW is a virtual network with the Internet created in 1919 by Tim Berners-Lee, a psychic and computer scientist at the multinational Particicle Research Laboratory CERN in Switzerland. Initially Web 1.0 was characterized among other things by read-only command and lack of graphics. The first browser with web graphics capability was Mosaic developed by Mark address and edit began in 100 1993. This browser triggered demand for the Internet from the general public as the percentage of the web for commerce and entertainment was reconciled. The first company to commercialize the web was Netscape from B. Mark Andrews and Jim Clark in 1994. The same year, Netspace Navigator, the company's first product, was released and was the browser that dominated the early Internet market. Up to this time, 70 or 100 people in the world had access to the Internet. The connection to the network was made through slow and noisy telephone lines. Web 2.0 buffers evolved to be able to have audio and video as well as other functions. Those plugins or add-ons. One of the functions was collection intelligence of the web, such as Google page ranking algorithm, the encyclopedia that can to be edited by and Joe Wikipedia, and customer interaction with Amazon's website. Mobile Internet. The emergence of smartphones wide Internet access was transformed the way we use the Internet from computer in rooms and office. We can now connect to the Internet while wax traveling in vehicles, showing in real time way we are doing. This all triggered in the use of social networks with Facebook and Instagram being the two big social media platforms. The future of the Internet. From the beginning, we have associations the Internet with computer, but that definition has long since become obsolete, and now the Internet is also available for tablets, smartphones, and many others devices that make our daily life as such as vehicles, even refrigerators. In the future, everyone understands the state will increase in the future, and we will start to see Internet capability in more devices and products. Network coverage will increase. Wireless networks will act as the primary access point for to most devices. The machines that act as Internet backbone while relying on high-speed serial connections capable of transmitting data at breakneck speed. If we go from 2G to 5G in just a few years, citing the equivalent of a Blu-ray disc full of data over network in the blink of age will the ROM not long from now. Some advanced might seem like science fiction book by 2050, Mind Being Tabi 2050. We call hair implants that allow you to access the internet without the need for a screen, even if the disease that altering our servers, if ethically questionable, we can alter a similar effect simply be creating display capabilities in a pair of glaze. Google Glaze are good example of first. You could look around your an activity a digital overlay that provides you wide and will of information about your surrounding. You can use this capability to perform mundane tasks such as fitting a restaurant to eat at or a place to park. And what about privacy issues? A connected world express are that it could become obsolete and private information could enter the public domain. Imagine being able to use the glaze we mentioned earlier to first or all the information about the person traveling next to you on the subway. In theory, this would be possible thanks to the internet and facial recognition software. Thank you for your attention.